What is up, Packers fans, and welcome back to the Daily Draft. I'm your host, Ross Uglem, the publisher of Packer Report. And today we are, as always, brought to you by Brewski Light Lager from our friends at Badger State Brewing, right there in beautiful Green Bay, Wisconsin, just minutes away from Lambeau Field. In fact, walking distance away from Lambeau Field if you are around there for draft week. Today, we are taking a little bit of a deeper dive into a mid-round player that I really, really like, and that is Indiana defensive tackle CJ West. Let's dive into the pros. He's got the size of a true nose tackle. He is exactly what you want in a one technique. Could even play zero nose for a team that would still kind of employ that type of system. That's not the Green Bay Packers anymore, but can certainly play one technique and can play nose tackle. High effort player, tries hard, cares. You can see that when he plays the game. I really, really enjoyed his film. I like high effort guys. I think everybody does, but that was something that jumped out on film to me. CJ West has a 9.15 relative athletic score. That is certainly in the pros, especially for defensive tackle. Has the ability to penetrate consistently. You like that from a nose tackle, right? A lot of nose tackles are just sort of holding ground, taking up two blockers so the linebacker behind them can make the play. By the way, that has value. That has tremendous value. But CJ West consistently gets upfield against the offensive lineman trying to block him, and I appreciate that. I think he gets good push in the pass rush game, and I think that all equates to some of the good ball get off that he has. You pair that with an elite 10-yard split in his 40-yard dash. Now you got the film working with what you see in the actual combine, underwear, Olympics, pro day, whatever you want to call it. You see what I have on film. It's paired with this workout number. Now I have what I consider to be fact or really strong opinion. One of the two. Love his ball get off. Love his ability to get up the field, get good push in the pass rush game. And I think, look, he's 6'1". He's a little shorter than they normally take. He plays with really good pad level. And that's obviously easy but Packers fans will certainly remember Mike Daniels. It's easier for short guys to play with good pad level, but I think it goes beyond the fact that he's not tall. I think he's very fundamentally sound. Very, very violent, heavy hands. His strike is strong. You can notice the shock back in interior offensive linemen, especially, 285-pound, 290-pound college centers. They get hit by CJ West. It's violent and it's physical. And it's fun to watch. You can enjoy it. You can see I have enthusiasm. I enjoy watching CJ West play football. I think, and this would make him worth much more than a third, fourth round pick. I think there's a chance he could be a 4 to 7 sack guy in the league. And you 4 to 7 sacks. That's from a nose tackle, folks. That's huge. Even 4 would be awesome from a guy that I'm going to ask to do what I'm going to ask CJ West to do as far as shutting down a running game. I really like him. You know what else I really like, guys? And you know what else I think you'll really like? Is the Green Bay Draft Guide powered by Packer Report. We've got my 7-round mock. We've got Packer People by Jacob Morley that will have his tiering system and really show you kind of how to narrow down what the Packers would potentially be looking for in a prospect as far as, okay, what productivity. Everybody thinks it's all testing numbers. It's not. There are productivity benchmarks for certain positions. There's height, obviously weight. There are athletic testing benchmarks. What makes the most likely Packer? We've really narrowed it down. Like I used to come up with an RAS shortlist. We've narrowed it down even more than that. And Jacob Morley's Packer People is in the guide. I would get it. You should get it. You should tell 3 friends to get it. We'd really appreciate that. Use promo code DAILY for $1 off. Cons. Right now, those 4 to 7 sacks that I'm talking about would be a projection based on what I think his traits and his talent level is. He doesn't have a ton of sack production, and he has played 52 college games. He's short with short arms. No getting around that. He's short with short arms. Probably not a versatile piece, not a 3 technique, not going to play 5, not going to play 4-eye, not a guy you're going to move around and maybe occasionally brush off the edge. He's just not that guy. He's a nose. He is what he is. Linear athlete to me when I watch him, linear athlete without much flexibility. And even for a defensive tackle, I think he's sort of a straight line guy. Try hard guy, pass. He's a penetrator, right? He doesn't have a plan. There's not some bevy of pass rush moves that he has. There's not, he's not going to hit you with a spin. He's not going to hit you with a swim. He's not going to hit you with some, litany of pass rush moves. He's an effort guy. He's an ass whooper. That's what he wants to do. And occasionally he struggles to disengage to actually make the play himself in the run game. Folks, head over to Badger State Brewing. I'm getting good at this. Head over to Badger State Brewing during draft week, and it is draft week. They're going to have really cool stuff going on there all week long. Starting on April 22nd, they're going to have really cool stuff going on at Badger State all week long. Head over there. Tell them Ross sent you so they know to keep the daily draft going in 2026. Whew. Packers fit for CJ West. Ideal fit to me. I think he would be an awesome fit with them. He'd be, I think, a TJ Slayton replacement. I think even with more upside. He's not a particularly young prospect. I think he did play 5 full years in college. Like I mentioned, 52 games played. I still think he's got more upside than Slayton. Even though the Packers have done kind of the squatty defensive linemen, most of them are at least 6'2". Most of them are at least 6'2". I mentioned CJ West is 6'1". He's a little shorter than their ideal guy, but he hits all their other metrics. He does. And so that's why I think he'd be a good fit. Overall, I have a 3rd round grade on CJ West, and he is my 83rd overall player. Folks, drink Badger State, buy the draft guide, and go Pack Go.